Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Let's continue. What was I doing? I was meant to be doing something. Ah yes. At this current time, I won't be talking to Titus because Ruby is suspect. I don't think I can trust the Hardy Boys anymore.
Inside, you see a set
Even
of steering
Everard.
levers, a radio microphone.
Alright, here's the boots.
I got the
Oh,
mercenary's name and
finally.
a few biographical details. Are you ready?
Finally, yes.
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
Shoot. I was born ready, baby. The world will end soon.
Okay. Does that mean you're ready?
I was born ready, baby.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Cortenaer. That's
Cortenaer.
Ellis Kortenaer.
Yeah.
Exact date of birth unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal
Lelystad?
Care Unit on 28th of February 09.
Neonatal care unit?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
According to Clausia, Lele said his real name wasn't really his. Perhaps that's because he was fostered.
Yes.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the East Brand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17,
17.
then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict.
Oh, 09, 17. So that's 16, 26. 26 is like that. So he served in the Oranese forces for 15 years.
Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
But he was found in a leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
Man, if they were abandoning him, why in a leaf compactor? That's fucking...
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Is it really? Any information on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So all we have to connect him to Crenel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
She sounds pleased.
A compliment from Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Not bad.
Not bad. Well, we have his name and service record now.
The name. This is very good. Ellis Cortenaer.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
No, actually, Sylvie.
Sylvie? Yes. Oh, great.
You hit
Anything else I can...
Sylvie probably doesn't
in
have
the
it.
cabin. You see
Out of here. Get out of here. Alright. It's almost about time, so let's go meet up with Thingading. Oh, 2 points. What the hell is this? Pyrilodon. Alright. +2 to psych, -1 health. A pretty little puck-shaped cap of purple liquid that can bring on anything from hot flashes to military-grade psychosis. With sufficient tolerance, however, it can make any weather feel balmy, if only for a while. They're still in the case of that missing squad mate.
the trap is poor thing.
The radio operator. Might be in line with Ruby, because Ruby's not shown herself yet to me.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it.
I want to do a suggestion, but you know, maybe later. No, that's still cool. Hello.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable. Calling, calling, calling. Still.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Who is this? Yes, but a slight change of plans. I want this delivered to the Whirling and Rags in Martinaise. Could all be a bit kinder to each other, don't you think? Consider yourself your dip paid, my friend. Seem to be in some sort of trouble. Maybe I can help you. I'm a police officer. Yeah, well in rags.
Tethys. Hey! You're not Tethys. Screw you, and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people.
Disconnect tone.
Ready to move on now. Now, one more.
Calling. Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
I'm tired. Says he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while. I'm tired too. Is there anything I can help you? I'm with the police. What are you tired of? I'm tired too.
If I could go just 1 month without raiding, no, 2 months, I could regenerate my brain. Fucking liberalism.
That's right.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number.
But I didn't even dial a number?
Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
Alright. Dial a random number with your eyes closed.
You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then pull down on the number. Then move one up and repeat the motion twice. Strange. This is not how you started before.
Wait, what did I just do?
You dialed 001. This is not the area code of Revachol. It is another destination on another Isola. Some far-off nation-state.
Oh, okay.
005 is Revachol, ZOC. 001 is Grad, on the Gradian Isola, where the
Grad.
telephone was invented. The next 2 digits you dial are the area code for the city of Mirova.
Keep dialing.
414447. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air.
Keep dialing.
1117361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling.
I don't think there's more. There's too much numbers.
Yes. 451.
Oh my god, it keeps going.
67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication network.
Alright, finish it.
451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection.
Yeah, it's like, stop dialing so much numbers, there's no number there.
An ultra-long distance call. Your ear
Ultra-long
fills
distance.
with a crackle. The wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there. Not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion. Far away. A distant network of phones. Calling. Calling in the night. The saddest sound in the world. Calling still. Ringing by the bedside of a dark but capacious apartment with long windows. You know this to be true.
18. Red chick cannot be retried. Hang it up. Impossible. Kim?
The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. The sea wind blows.
Long windows. How do I know that?
You just do. And you know it is going to hurt.
Volition 6. Why is it 3%? Why is it so difficult?
That's right.
Oh,
You
critical success.
can. Whatever you're doing here, you can just stop it and go on with your life.
No, let it call. I must.
Calling, 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 calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths,
Have enough,
a woman's voice emerges.
Morale.
Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
She sounds sleepy. Well, what's happened to the character? Hello? Want to die? Who is this? Hello?
Who is this?
Who is this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
Dora. The name feels like a gift.
Dora.
A gift that was meant for you.
The
To
Explorer?
make it possible to live. In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing.
Someone there?
No answer. You're not sure, but you think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
No, your voice is so beautiful.
No. It's you, isn't it? It's you.
I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. I will free mankind and abolish the classes. I will raise the dead.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
Harry? How do you know my name? Harry. Who's Harry? Are you sleeping with him? I'm also Harry. I'm not drunk. Okay, I'm drunk. What's the matter? I'm still me. I'm not drunk, I'm high. I'm not drunk or high, I'm just hurt. Why does it hurt to talk to you?
Because it's me. Look, I don't understand what you're saying or why you're calling me. You seem drunk.
I'm not drunk or high, I'm just hurt. Why does it hurt to talk to you?
Oh, God.
Ooh, are you there? Say nothing. Say nothing.
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here. It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
You want a party? I want to talk about me. Who am I? You sound like you know me. You're Morova, right? Me too going in 2 hours. I'm the law, I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hangman. There's someone with you? Who am I?
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
I'm Morova, right?
Yes, I'm in Morova. Sleeping.
I'm a law. I'm the law, I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hangman.
She does not answer anymore.
I'm gonna solve it. This case doesn't matter. None of it matters, not anymore. Help me solve it. I need to solve it. You won't take me back if I don't. I'm gonna solve it.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
Dial the long number again.
You dial the number again. 26 pulls of the rotary dial. The
26.
machine eats the coin, and a terrifying ocean of distance rustles in your ear. In the middle of it, a familiar ring. Small, distorted. Calling, calling,
Let it call.
calling, 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 calling. It looks like she does not want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her.
Why?
Come on, you know why.
Still let it ring.
Calling.
Harry, please.
Underneath it, she is naked and warm under a blanket.
You're warm. 8 answers to my mystery. You're naked, aren't you? 8 answers to my mystery. I need to know who you are. Who are you? Harry, please. I'm going to end this call, damn it. Please? End this call, damn it. There was someone there before. I heard someone. Who was there with you? Who are you?
Please. I'm going to hang up now, okay?
Phone hang disconnect tone.
One more time.
You dial the number again, as you've done many times. You remember it well now. 001.
Yeah,
Calling,
whatever.
Calling, and calling for who knows how long, but no one answers. You need to insert more money to call
No
again.
money? Punch the phone. Oh, it actually healed me. Nice.
The cold metal is hard, and your knuckles bleed. Takes your mind away from that voice, for 1 second at least.
That's enough now, officer.
You want more money now, huh? You want more fucking money? Punch the phone again. Nice, I'm getting healed.
It didn't give you any fun for that money. Your hand is swelling up.
Officer, that's enough. Let's return to work.
Blood drips from your knuckles to the sand. Drip, drip, drip. Well, it healed me. My morale's doing shit, but, yeah. Everything else is okay.
There's some tear.
Wait, isn't it here? Front the pigs and get your gun back. Old fish market 10. Year of service. Isn't it here? Isn't it now? Smoke past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Yeah, it's right here. Did I pass a person or something? Or did they see me punching the the payphone? Yes, this building.
You see, a slogan you
Looks like tomorrow never came. Looks like tomorrow never came.
Isn't this where I'm supposed to meet him? 2200? Oh. Must be the buoy class we told you about?
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but if you look closer,
That over there must be the boy class you told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
ooh, hidden things, secrets, lies.
Pick up the buoy.
You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut.
Examine the plastic ball.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
Shake the buoy.
There's something in there, splashing around.
Sniff the buoy.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop, and decay. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner. actually. Smells a little salty.
Open the buoy.
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae. And nothing else.
Nothing else.
Well, damn.
We're lucky it's still here. A little longer it would have been floated away.
We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
And documents. Who do you think took them?
I have no idea.
Maybe it was Ruby. This is a minor quirk. We know what was in the buoy anyway. It's a disaster. Everything is ruined.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. This is only a small loose end, but I do wish we knew who took the documents.
It must have been Clush's enemies, which means she's in danger. Maybe Clush took them herself. It has to be related to the cryptozoologists and their little expedition. You have any theory? Yeah.
In my experience, cryptids are generally uninterested in travel documentation. We should go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
I have no idea. Or think we do. Might have been Glacia, might have been the people after her, might have been a local drunk.
You could ask the miss. Some kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Nice. So I still have Wasteland of Reality. That'll be done in 5 hours. But yeah, some kind of superstar is actually not bad. Increases the loading cap, so it gives you extra stuff. It's not like I'm putting points into those. It's not as good as Wumpty Dumpty Dome Center. Oh my god, +2 real every time. Ooh. Next should be a priority. Wumpty Dumpty Dome Center. They only get that on Wednesday.
A few low poor things. The trap is filled with dead and dying poor.
Did I get this wrong? Police officer must meet her near the old fish market at 10. Get your service weapon back. Just walk past it. I don't see anyone here. It doesn't say a specific day that I must come here, or I don't know. Maybe I missed my window of opportunity. I doubt it. Thing before you housed the engine. Must have been a big one.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in
This
front
structure
of
had been
it.
used to take the shot.
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Just dead and died, poor things.
I don't think there's gonna be an phasmid, although it should.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
Doubtful.
In the distance, you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Look over the water to the whirling rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm melting flake by flake in the waves, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. It's glowing in the dark night. The lights are on. Glacia must be in there. Looks like she kept her promise not to go out at night anymore. Such a good girl, you think.
What about the cigarette butts?
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast.
Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower and took the shot there?
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
And the campfire was used?
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fire this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out Biddable Prime, was it?
Yeah. B double prime. B prime would be the highest suspect. But that was where I just was, but I couldn't seem to investigate it further. What the hell is that noise? Is it coming from here?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can actually open that door, but I'm unwilling to try it now since it's just 3%. Damage just the lead program of Fortress X that I was looking for. These wires work to contact microphones.
The mother of humanism. Why? That does seem to be a problem. The mother of...
Yes, what is it? Yes?
We found a note from the iceberg fridge. Said the offside copy has been moved to a safer place.
Wait, a note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
Said the offside copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker, and a note was signed by someone named Sulislaw.
Zariza. Of course! Our project lead, Sulisław Zariza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
I found the ice cream maker, but I couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
By the way, we put a dead body in that fridge.
Wait, what? Whose dead body?
You know, we don't actually have to tell the entire world about the fridge.
Whose body is it?
The man's again staring first at you, then back at that tent. Yeah, it's the body of the hanged man. Don't worry, I'll put it there temporarily. It's all part of an official police investigation.
And what is it doing in the fridge?
It's almost as if she feels some sort of ownership of the fridge.
You put it there? You put a dead body inside the Ice Bear fridge.
That's right to let you know. Yeah, that's why I said in the first place. Investigation warranted it.
Okay. Very cool. Thanks for keeping me in the loop.
We would appreciate it if you kept this knowledge to yourself, miss.
Who would I tell? My mother? I don't have anyone to tell. And if I did, I wouldn't. I don't care.
Is this the filament you're looking for? Try the production schedule.
No. That's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still. Thanks.
Autosave. That means she's here. The old lady. Hello. Boardwalk. Anyone? Yep. What
Put
the
your hands
fuck?
where I can see them.
Okay. The aging woman under a mountain of police paraphernalia mumbles to herself, then notices you and reaches for the megaphone.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your hands! Right now!
Okay, I think she is crazy.
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
You think?
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
Wait, what should we do, Kim?
This is bad. Getting your weapon back is the priority. We can't have an unhinged civilian running around with a gun.
Comply, or I will light you the fuck up!
Easy, ma'am. Take it easy. Just standard flashlight, ma'am. Calm down. Show me your hands. Raise your
The
hands.
man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket. Fear the threat! Fear the threat! Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground! Get on the goddamn ground!
I wasn't taking anything out of my pocket, ma'am. We just want to talk to you.
Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
What?
In her mind, the cavity search is happening. As long as she's saying it. It appears the things she says are very real to her.
Okay.
Be careful, detective.
We'll roleplay
Don't
with
do
her.
anything that might set her off.
This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
We can solve this peacefully. Please lower the weapon.
Officer in need of assistance! Suspect alert! Get on the ground!
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Let's just talk, alright?
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot! Big red key! Big red key!
Big red key. That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this.
Please identify yourself, ma'am.
It's the goddamn police shitbag! Cut the pavement! You're under arrest!
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine? or drugs.
Are you on drugs?
Confiscated contraband. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
You're not the police, we are the police.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
Baby, you know who I am. Everybody knows. Back up. There's nothing to back up. Nowhere to back down. The terrible finale is on us. Lieutenant Double Yafrita Harriet Dubois, 41st Precinct. This is my partner, Lieutenant Kutaragi from the 57th.
No. No. I thought Mr. Moran. Gareth. Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers in pursuit!
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
Wait, well, she's right. I actually am impersonating an imposter. Really are cops. Look, white rectangles. There are cops. Look, my badge. Take out your badge and shelter.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in, dispatch! Sector! Azimuth!
Doesn't look good. Let's deal with this later.
We can't leave. A delirious civilian is pointing a firearm at us. Your firearm. You need to solve this.
Well, this is gonna be ugly.
She's frantic, confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant's got her in his sights.
Now, I know myself. I know I'm gonna fail.
Sure, you're you, but how do we end this? She's not just gonna let you leave.
Gun, I'm coming.
Suicide by cop! Split-second decision! Eat lead, scumbag!
Oh my god.
It wasn't, there's no bullets.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
She looks devastated. Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
Alright, pick up your gun.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
We're on medication.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
Are sorry for this how life turned out for you. Janie, touch her shoulder. Nah, don't touch her. Trying to kill me. Anything is happening to her.
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
Well, why was she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8 and loneliness.
Neurodegenerative disease. Yes, this is what happens when you listen to too many cop shows on the radio. Oh, right. Yes.
Could be. Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her?
Trying to
I
kill
don't
me.
think she actually... You're right, of course. This could have been very bad.
Should we just arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without a gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
Yeah, I was really hoping I could give her one of those station call slips. I endorse the Hardy Boys' inflated sense of self-worth. They're not cops, we are. Should be fine now. Give her a station call slip.
That would just be a waste of paper. I mean, look at her. She's not going to respond to a station slip. Okay, that settles it. I'll contact my station after we wrap it up for the day. They can contact the sanitarium and handle the logistics. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio on.
Seems like a reflex, a half-remembered sentence.
She stands motionless, just a heap of clothes and fleshes now. Maybe if you search her once more.
I put on my gun.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes this.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. This gun, Sunrise Parabellum, will be the only thing standing between you and the all-consuming nothingness that threatens to eat the world. Sheathe it and wait, Herald. It won't be long now. The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those...
Well, at least it's not going off anymore.
Police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them. Do.
Shake her shoulder.
The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
Speak up the RCM cap. She will probably respond to that.
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
Think so. Maybe, probably. You know me? You know me. Mine? No, it's ours. The RCM's.
It's your hat.
Confiscate the
The
narcotics.
vial of Pyrolidon and the bottle of speed as evidence, obviously.
You're taking those, are you?
Listen to him, for once.
Fine, you take them. I'm confiscating these as evidence. I need to do this case. I need everything I can get. Fine, you take them.
Thank you. I'm doing this to help you. We need to focus on the case.
He's grateful you did this.
Authority. Member of an organization. RCM Lieutenant's cap. Cap is sturdy and comfortable, and seems to retain its form very well. It fits you perfectly. The inside of it smells like cheap tobacco and typewriter ink. It feels familiar somehow. Perhaps it, too, is yours? Though how the pigs got in is a mystery. Can't say it's a good look. I like my dick more than get up better. Yeah, I got my gun. Dang it. Talk.
Yes? Excuse me? You have a distinctive way. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57, they say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic.
Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things. They're interesting.
My containers.
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions.
Alright, whatever. Let's see what we got. Where the shot came from. Check the island for bullet traces. Check the boardwalk for bullet traces. Currently, I do not have any bullets. So I can only just use this to inspire fear into people. How do you get in this building? This would be the island, right? Yellow mossy stones, they probably stolen from someone's garden. Let's talk to this girl. Hello.
Hello again.
There's actually nothing. Alright. Cooper's L engine starting fluid. Engine starting
Hi
fluid?
again. So, how are things going? Goodbye, officer. Huh? I see you're here again. Offside, man. Yeah. Gotta come see. Yeah. I suck at socialising, man. Nah. You heard me.
Alright. Let's put a point in logic. Let's do this. You fuck.
Hi again.
I know what you're doing.
So, how are things going?
It's 28.
Goodbye, officer.
Why is it so low? Bonus from thoughts -1.
Hi again.
Anyway, I'll just do it.
How are things going?
Nothing jumps out to you. Nothing out of the ordinary. Haven't they? Or how about you get out and breathe? The air in the tent is too thick for you to
Goodbye,
Man, I'm just getting injured all the time.
It's getting cold, this late in the night.
Yeah, I want to do a suggestion. -2 from thoughts. Should be alright.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is
3%.
turning southeast.
Heroic.
What's on your mind, officer?
Get the drink on. It would be unimaginable for a human female to have sex with a man without alcohol as the master of ceremonies to guide them.
I like you, but I'm afraid to be around you because you're a woman.
Okay. Where's this going?
I need to be drunk. You do too. Please get drunk with me on a drunk date.
Absurdly and pointedly phrased. You can be quite funny, officer.
She doesn't even understand you.
Well, can't do anything about that, I suppose.
The legend! He's back! And for... The legend! He's back!
Don't call. Don't.
Wake
There's
up.
no waking him.
Thank God. Anyway, I got my gun back. So I can call in the office tomorrow.
It's getting cold.
Good night, officer.
Yeah, whatever.
On the table, you see. The bed is comfortable. The place feels almost like home now. Quiet and dignified around you. A new life by the seaside. You're incredibly tired. The darkness and warmth come fast. You're falling asleep.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weights sinking to the bottom of the sea until they're suddenly light.
And the mix system is like creepy.
This respite, you've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness. Let it swallow you up and swivel you around while you forget everything you've managed to remember.
But not been bad. I haven't earned this. Is this the last dream?
No, this is the one before that. We'll just keep cycling it for you if you don't mind. As long as we can. Spin it like black yarn.
Oh, thank you, ancient reptilian brain.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Thank you, darkness. Thank you.
You're welcome, Harry boy. You earned it.
Fall into a deep, uninterrupted sleep.
After centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's this? You actually feel rested. There's no time to cuddle with your pillow, however, or as much as shiver from the cold. The world awaits.
Bend your eyes. Now let's check this
It's
thing
the
out.
ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers, a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sort without resistance. 2 octopuses. You stare at the card. It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe. The acidics, you know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. If you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, why are you sniffing it?
The option to sniff it was there, so I'm a policeman. This is police work. I'm just following the leads, you know. Hey, maybe it's my fetish. Maybe everything of that knows.
So you wanted to get in on the trash toilet stink collab. Find out what happens when those two get funky together? Okay, pal.
The angry with me knows?
Yeah. Turns out your nose doesn't like self-indulgent literal shit huffing. Quelle fucking surprise. Come on, no more. The ledger is going back down, away from your nose now. Thin, see-through copier paper, mostly neon yellow. A monetary. These are all in a print, a dozen pages of the rest of the stinking celluloid.
Whatever, I'm out of here. Good morning. Wasteland of reality. I'm waiting for this to finish so then I can actually do some physical instrument shite.
Our tenant, the policeman.
Now should I check out the boardwalk? A possible sniper nest. I guess. Alright, check out the boardwalk, check out the island. As you can see, there's stuff up there. I can't get up there. Maybe I'll talk to this guy and see what he knows.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning? I do.
He's not gonna give you money.
Oh no, I'm just spending time with my.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall.
I do have one more point. I guess I could. Visual calculus.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, unable to piece together the big picture just now.
Okay.
A scattering of bullet holes.
Actually, I could just fast travel. Wait, why can't I fast travel? I'm gonna go over here. I still can't fast travel. Maybe it's on a cooldown. I don't know where the spot would be. For the island and the boardwalk. Well, the boardwalk is most likely the building, the R&D building, the roof. But I can't get up there, so yeah. Track was shifting. Wonder what happens if I dress up as... I was thinking about dressing up as Renee and going up to Gaston. Anyway, what was I doing? I have a suggestion. Let's go to Annette. Annette, what are you doing?
Hi,
It's bad posture.
Detective. Are you here for more books?
Alright, what are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
You have absolutely no idea.
Fuck. Oh well. These guys have anything new to say?
Yes? What is it?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Actually, let's talk about the hangman again.
Again? Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time.
Okay, this person was shot. then made to look like he was hanged, he might have been shot by the people who hanged him. Looked like he was hanged.
A cover-up. Well, the author of the cover-up is the perp? Makes sense.
Isn't that right? What's the motive?
You don't have a motive? Then the double cover-up seems too neat. I don't know. Why are... Oh my god, there's more. Okay, why not? So, do you know who hanged him? Yeah, I can see... I don't know. Oh my god, there's more. Okay, why... I get it, okay. But what is the motive?
Cover something up.
That would be my first guess. Yes. I don't know. Oh my god, there's more.
I'm not getting in.
Yes, it's a hobby of mine. Okay.
It's a mere
I'm going to say no. Just to... God fucking shit.
None of this is great news. Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control.
Yes? What is it? I don't...
Don't say anything, Judith.
I'm just...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Yes.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you. The energy between...
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Well, he's not. He's a sack of shit barely kept together by crazy glue. But at least he tries, unlike you.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay? That's...
The horrible...
Jean.
She actually did.
Let's see the calculation
Two
again.
neon-lit shapes. A man and a woman having sex. A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside. A prime. To then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez. B prime. B double prime.
B triple prime.
1 kilometer away. A point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea. As you saw in the shot would have been a small miracle. 5%.
Now, I've never been there before, so
There is an extremely narrow
I don't
field
know.
of view from the bay.
The boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot.
Yeah, it has to be on the
provided
roof.
he had a safe sniper's nest. Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
That's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where's this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Jim, how old do you think I am? Miss, how old do you think I am?
Huh. How old do I think you are?
She's buying time to formulate the best answer.
Yeah.
I don't know. 21? 17? 16? When does the male libido peak?
Think I'm circa 45.
You're not.
Squinting at you.
Sure he is. You know, age is just a number.
Yes, but for him that number is higher than 45.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on, I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Date of birth generator. Start thinking about it. I guess I can get this. Oh, right. Don't have a point. Oh, well. Hello.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Found your buoy. It was empty. Just seawater.
Oh,
Did
Oh?
you take the documents?
no, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
She doesn't seem to be lying. She's genuinely spooked by their disappearance.
Perhaps the people were after you took it. I had a strange feeling there was an undiscovered cryptid that took your documents. Theft of some kind. Yeah, it was a cryptid.
Cryptid? Of course. That must be it. Thank you. I feel better already. Now that I think about it, you mentioned seawater. I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away.
Let's get back to lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety.
So about you and Ruby again.
She nods, then nervously pulls on.
That's
okay.
all.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the present.
Yes, miss. I hope you don't mind.
Right, I see your number on his boots. I know his name.
Good for you.
Bet you're playing aloof because you don't, because you want to know really, really bad.
Not really. I just think Lely's good enough. But go ahead. You look like you want to tell me.
Alice. Alice quoted Nea. What's his name? You don't want to know?
Not really. Lely's good enough for me.
Well, anyway, his name was Alice.
Sounds oddly feminine.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Okay.
She nods silently. Then,
Yeah? All right.
you clearly.
Jackpot. These, unlike every...
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Soul could be bigger. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
Doesn't like the old odd soul print.
Everything around you is.
So would Ruby have an odd soul print? I'm not sure.
It's you again. What is it?
Where's Ruby? Need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
Because she's your real leader. I'm gonna level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lely's killer. I have seen her in the laudanum-induced Elysium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ear. Look, I need to pin this on someone and I've decided to pin this on her. Suspect she killed the victim, that's why. Civil war is brewing and the only way to prevent it is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby. Paranormal instinct, yeah.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral fat.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Logic, impossible. Present a solid theory about why Ruby could have done it.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
The whole time?
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet. She didn't go to the bar for a drink. She didn't go for fresh air, for a smoke.
No.
That's a lie.
That's not the case. In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out, too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
This complex operation is probably something illegal.
Just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
What's actually is.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
You do agree that the shot came from the roof, right? Skilled Sambo artist could have climbed the outer wall like a spider. There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof. Have you noticed the winch out back? On the outer wall of the whirling? You do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
Close up. There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Got it from here. I point at my brain.
Nope. Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
Truth is not. I analyzed it on the spot. Turns out I can do that. Yes, we have a ballistics lab in Couron. We consult in cases like these. Yep.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez. Still, all the labs in the world don't put her on that roof. How'd she get there? Climb?
Yeah, a skilled Sambo artist could have climbed the outer wall like a spider.
Garbage. It wasn't a Sambo artist, Carl. I've been doing this for 10 years. Let me give you a lesson. Boys.
It's never a Sambo fighter, and it's never a bullet-bending sniper.
Or ghost. It's never a ghost either. Don't worry, we've got better than that.
Oh, it could have been a ghost. Never even noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the building.
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying she reeled herself up by her collar. Like some kind of...
Can't come up with an analogy.
Kidding? Let's go with that. Point is, it's just a rusty winch. It doesn't put her on the roof.
There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
How?
He looks sincerely curious. So it looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
East Delta.
Weird? How? You're wearing the pinball maker's coat.
Yeah, I actually am. No time to waste on this. What do you mean weird, Theo?
Was run by a fella called Nerflock something, who wore a yellow dust coat like the one you have on right now.
Yeah.
Weird guy. Never liked him.
It is a very comfortable coat for such an oldie.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
There is an elevator.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
Good one, Kim. From there, door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Thank you. Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
There are pinball machines in the workshop, still operational.
Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
Nothing, I just thought we could bring some down and get some new machines in here. What if there's somehow connected to the murder? Pinball murder. Yeah, get some pinball in here.
Wow, man, can we? I mean...
That'd be awesome. I beat that royalist machine 20 times now.
All right, all right. We can get the barman to bring them down. What else?
I also found footprints upstairs in the old workshop.
Footprints? Recent?
Fairly.
The tracks were recent, but not worn down in the right foot like Ruby's. It's best to omit this pesky little polemic for now. Too confusing.
Recent. A week or two. But they didn't fit with any of yours on the scene, Ruby included. Prints there, with horizontal lines.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints myself before I believe that call. Good news is, I'm still listening.
Guess what? Remember that key I found here?
I don't like guessing, Carl. No one does.
Actually.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
You didn't find it, but Ruby did. That's how she got up there.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old, faded. It had been there for 20 years at least.
She could have made a copy. She could have just put it back there once she was done. Yeah, maybe I was jumping to conclusions.
Not maybe. You were. Both of you. I've done it myself. Gone and piled every thread I find onto one theory. Doesn't work like that.
Still, the key here is a strange coincidence, and he knows it.
Have you firmly established Ruby could have accessed the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
Guys, this is Revachol. Anyone could get a gun around here. Anyone. Analyze the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed.
So
it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your short-range theory. If the murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it?
Just because it's rare doesn't mean you can't get it. Just being upfront with what I know. You're right. I'm never solving this case. It's too complicated.
Calm. That's exactly what it means.
That wasn't strong.
There's a small 28% chance that this shot came from beyond the roof.
Yes, goddammit, I know what a 72% chance means. It means there's a 28% chance it isn't that. And 28% is no small chance either.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
Titus doesn't reply. Probably a good sign.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns.
Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing.
Come on, guys, she's one of you. Of course she's carrying. You all are. Flash said Ruby takes care of things. You don't do that without a gun in Revachol. So you like waving your guns in people's faces. Doesn't mean she does too.
Nah, man. She'd totally wave her gun in your face if she were here right now. And you'd fucking piss yourself.
It's clear this one is protective of her.
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns don't shoot people. You need a gun for that. You can't prove she has one.
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now. And Titus must have some.
Yeah, weapons like this lying around in Martinez. Sure, they aren't
That
too rough.
looks antique. A Belle McGrave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
There's a cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden there, with others like it.
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
Yeah, there must be one that does work.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
It's a goddamn breech loader, too. Find one that works, and you got a military-grade weapon that shoots jacketed ammunition.
He sees it. This is coming together. He must. Time to really close the deal. Show them the bullet.
Alright, let's not get dramatic. Fuck that. Drama where you at? This is the bullet that did it. 4.46mm. The Belle Margrave uses the same caliber.
The blonde man looks at the mushroomed Deathbringer in the evidence bag and says,
Yeah, the bitch is jacketed all right. 4mm too.
Whoa.
Well, goddamn. It's not proof, but it's a possible murder weapon. Close to her. Too damn close. You have been thorough. I'll give you that.
You could punch up some my gun to a woman. Maybe it was her. I didn't say I'd prove that she had the murder weapon. Just that we need to find her.
All right. Keep talking. I'm getting a bit curious about some things myself.
T, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive.
Motive.
The last component.
It's not why did she kill him. It's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Oh, really?
Time for a logics demonstration.
Alright, Eugene, let's assume you killed him. Nah, let's go to Titus.
You're on thin ice here, asshole.
It's a thought exercise, Titus. Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your men, as part of a lynch mob, or alone, for cold-blooded murder?
Alone. I don't drag my men into shit with me.
If she used us, then that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
But she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she's skipped town. This is good.
When Clash came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know something was wrong.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition. You know, women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Yes, female intuition. That's what it was. You're right, Eugene. Yeah, she just got her shit together. That's how she knew. Or she knew what happened because she killed him.
Yeah, some people have their shit together. Unlike you. What's wrong with that?
Wishful thinking has no place in a police investigation. The more logical conclusion that you wish to avoid is that she knew what had happened because she did it.
Clash told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby.
Yeah, like what?
Apparently she had a thing for Clash.
A thing? You mean?
Yeah, but
yeah,
they're both girls.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
I know, it's bewildering for me too, but that's what she said. Come on guys, she hangs out with you meatheads. This cannot come as a surprise. Supernatural, a reality-breaking event. And we just need to accept it. Scary, yes. She probably went to university and learned it from a liberal. What Kim said. He hangs out with you meatheads.
Yeah? No. Ruby's got more balls than a ball pit. You'd have to be an idiot not to... Guys, I'm not the only one who knew. Right?
Knew what? First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a too? It's a lie.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Dennis. Shanky. Light laughter sounds off in the room. Feels nervous. Tarish said she made advances on her, and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
Sort of, but he doesn't have to know that.
She did tell us when we were close to arresting her. She just told us. Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans. Yeah.
That Ruby is queer as cabaret, now that I start thinking about it. I don't know why I didn't see it earlier. And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a Hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit...
And then, boss, use us to cover it up? I mean, that's just fucked up.
If it's true. But it's not. Right?
Maybe it's all part of the leadership challenge. Against you, Titus. She killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you. Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
There's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when I thought you were taking this seriously, cop, you put your head in your ass.
Man, now he's just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks.
Okay. We ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is.
There's a bit of truth in there for Titus to react so brashly. He does not like his authority questioned.
Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod, and a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only option he cares for.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about, ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want.
Okay.
I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
Yeah, now she's even more suspicious. What's she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me, as in the RCM? Me personally?
Yes, you. The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
No wonder she's afraid. I've come to declare the ending of the human experiment. She probably knew me from my singing days. Sorry, God. Why is everything fleeing aside my shadow? I don't know why she said she'd be scared. Just a normal couple of regular thoughts in his head. Yeah, probably knew me from my singing days.
Yeah, that's real funny. She wasn't laughing, though. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
And then when they're all empty, just move onto the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener? Anything else? Anything?
You are insistent.
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This cop, Titus. This cop, he... But she was too scared.
Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
She has a lorry? Can we investigate?
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Past the waterlog. Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There's some shit houses there. A cinder block town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
Red hair. It's not much, but it'll do. Go.
It'll have to.
Let's stand down.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
Let's corroborate evidence.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Oh, it's raining too. I like that. They actually respond to the environment. Okay, we're gonna point us Ruby in the village. About Ruby in the village. Thought's not finished yet. Alpha figurines. Help Ravers start a nightclub. It's gonna take some time. Join the reading party. Working firearm that shoots 40-46. Let's try the boardwalk again. Nah, won't work. Oh, it's these guys. You guys know a drunk? Ruby?
Sunset.
You seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Alright, Abigail.
Uncle.
There's...
The legend! He's...
This one has black hair.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Suggestion is back. That's 3%. Look at someone else, actually.
Oh? Who?
I'm looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighborhood.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently, over the past few days. She might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again.
Alright.
Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else. Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Maybe she knows.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves. Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
You know something. We're here to help. This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out. This isn't about the union, you know. You don't have to worry about retaliation.
No, it's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass.
I see. You know something, but you decide not to tell us. Okay, we'll be back later if we find anything suspicious.
I'm not going anywhere. Perhaps there's something else the village can do for you, huh? Though we don't have much here. Just garbage and a skiff or two.
The children will know. Hello, Lily.
Hello, mister.
You know anyone named Ruby?
Ruby. Ruby.
About to tell you a secret.
My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or sometimes I can.
Kids.
Yeah, whatever. Shakes his head.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone.
See any bad people around? Instead of us?
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case.
Then we're definitely doing it. The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone.
What's this?
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others.
Not been staying in this room? That was empty.
The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Is there a hidden room underneath this? Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though.
It's probably the gun.
Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
Search through the sand and sawdust.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper.
It's the gun. What is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. Like your own Villiers pistol, for example.
This bullet isn't for a breech loader, but like the murder weapon?
The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
Well, that's sad. You got 2 bullets. Oh, nice.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep... Damn that girl.
I was there a bullet under the wallboards of your shack.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet? You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag. After a long silence, her hands move into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
Left on Monday in a hurry.
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. But this seems different.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Said she left on Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else there?
No.
The truth, sire.
What is she like, Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Aye. Do tell.
Obviously a bad omen. Second thought, I'd rather not say. It's something I don't want to think about. It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
The life. The world. This. Spread your hands.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
She really believes that.
No, she was a heavy drinker with anger issues. You ever witnessed that kind of behavior?
Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset. She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself, the way some people do.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north. You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry.
I know
about
enough.
that, man. We are persistent.
Well, up the coast we go then. But that place is huge. It's a needle in a haystack. Well, man, I was really hoping she'd be hiding in this village. You sure she didn't go somewhere more pleasant and less wet?
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here, get a nice cozy fire going in the heater.
The fell electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Oh, felt electrical.
What more do you want to... Yes, let's one...
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
Go easy on her.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
I think this one's definitely a flight risk. Also, shouldn't push her too hard because she's gonna... Yeah. I don't think she's that much of a fighter. There's a slit in the concrete here. A sword?
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
Yo ho into the slit.
There's no echo and no answer.
What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Do you have any idea what's down there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in here? Not in there?
I hope not.
Hope not. How we get in? It's not that door that I can't open, is it? Maybe this guy will have some clues.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
You see, a once bright, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big.
No way, is this the one that Katerzine destroyed?
There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower, maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Listen to the wind. Found the empty trap. Heard Lena's true story. Made that awful call. Confronted the pigs. Death notification. Found the jacket.
Suddenly, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down or gone behind a corner.
Almost 92%.
You only hear distant waves washing the coast. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What was I even attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen did not. And now you're just standing there in the pale of the morning with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least.
Our? You mean mine?
And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
If that fails, if we don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Dark red box crumbling across the chasm.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast. Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold.
I refuse. Shivers, let's do this.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
You seen anyone suspicious, man?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
That's his son's head.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off. He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
All right.
The once bright mural
97%
towers above you.
Let's do it.
Saying, suddenly, there's a sigh carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is happening?
She's down there.
I think she's down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
The wind told me. We've looked everywhere else, ever since I woke up. Maybe even before. I've been getting these strange cold spells. Wind told me.
So, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
You have to go up.
Finally, my time to shine.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it. Enter through the roof? Yeah, I don't know.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
Oh well, your loss.
An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotten boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the fell building?
Come closer and look in.
Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder.
What's in there?
An ordinary drainage pipe. Darkness.
Okay, what else?
As your eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Someone has half-heartedly spray-painted skulls on the right side.
And
nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe.
We get into the fell building through this pipe?
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely, and not without risk to our health either. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around... And it's right here, a maintenance door.
Obscured by the reeds.
It's jammed shut. The subtle approach isn't going to work on this one. Oh yeah, big boy time. This needs you to put your back into it. A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Assess the situation.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
180 seems about right. 190, I'm a giant.
Okay, but still, the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to do something more subtle?
Such as?
Astral projection. Be open-minded about this. Yeah, because falling from that height seems, well, splat. So don't do that. Just,
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
Come on, Kim. Where's your adventurous spirit? Teleportation is a thing. Just needs a bit of concentration. We're going to try. Where's your adventurous spirit?
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here.
Might hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Teleport to the roof. 72%.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof.
Oh my god, it actually worked.
The art of physical displacement.
I did it, Kim. I teleported. Don't go, just stand there like a submarine master.
You know, for the record, you didn't teleport there. You just climbed the ladder with your eyes closed.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside.
Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Central spot beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. Stone's Fall, it's a long way down. Dust is covered with grime and dust, you can barely see out. Postcard, Martinez, 98. A faded picture postcard from the end of the last century shows Martinez as it was before the revolution. At the height of summer, Rue de Saint-Ghislain is teeming with parasol-wielding bourgeoisie and wild pine flags buttresses the walkway. Nothing is written on the back. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. I can barely squeeze by. What did I even just get? Brought down and forgotten. So long ago. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Old file folders and card, documents silvery with mold. Series of thick, dusty panes of glass.
This isn't just glass. These are old computation components.
These are computer components?
Yes, filament memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass, slides with an inlaid nervous system.
How'd they do that and why?
The how was a closely guarded secret. Something that was locked in safes in human heads across the river where they were manufactured. As to why, your fingers don't know. The why is easy, because they hadn't come up with modern silicon-based systems yet. For vitreous cast filament memories, though, these seem incredibly advanced.
Into Isolary suit jacket. A muted brown suit jacket, perfect for a day at the office or evening at a cafe. Red rose at the bottom of the left breast pocket is slowly wilting. Nice. And a beam of flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Stale fabric smell of dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. Revolutionary's hat. and Ushanka with the Mazovian logo, a pair of deer antlers on a silvery white front. Your ears feel coddled and cared for by the state. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed, ancient flies and brochures. These pots and plates are full of dust and spiderwebs.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. The plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spiderweb in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush the dust off the portrait.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand. Grains stick into the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
Is this like a sniper's nest? Same shit window you saw from the outside. Alright, I'll let him in.
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Who's there?
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get the door open.
No, the door.
Officer, are you okay in there?
Maybe. I should deal with it myself. Then I'll see what he has to add. Tracks. Reprints in the sand. One of the souls appears more worn than the other. The odd soul. Something in the air. An unnatural buzzing. Town collapse. You have to find another way around. It's getting louder. The buzzing sound. Concrete pipe buried in sand and dust.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain like you've never felt before. The static overcomes you.
What?
The darkness takes over as you feel yourself slipping into an unknown mute state. Oh, it's death. This is the end. Cop dies under the boardwalk. An officer of the RCM, hot on the track of a suspect, died yesterday, of causes yet to be determined. I told him not to go after the suspect without me, said Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi, the deceased partner on the case. But it seems that he wanted to play the hero. It's just like him to run straight into the lion's den, fly unzipped and arms flailing, said Satellite Officer Jean Vicmer, friend and colleague of the officer. If ever I saw a man with a death wish.
Well, good thing I saved. Don't want to do that whole shit again. Alright, welcome back.
Two rusty metal plates that's...
What do you mean?
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the two metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
You ready?
Yes. Time to investigate these passages. Let's move quietly and not make more sound.
Not running is a great way to do that. There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain. A strange tingling. A ghost.
Either way, we ought to be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
Hold on, you really don't feel anything? Some too. Footprints were those right so worn smooth.
No, but you are the sensitive one. Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Disturb its peace and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
We found out Everard's plan to take the harbor. Maybe we should tell Joyce about it. How bad do you think it could get?
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
Smiles in the dark.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
What do you think is waiting for us there?
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
No turning back. It sounds like the last thing I'll do. You reckon I can tell Titus about this?
The dome-shaped plastic buoy bobs up and down in the water. You lift the buoy out of a shot glass.
Well, damn.
A few locusts pour. The trap is filled. Pour.
One hour and 44 minutes. Don't want to set things in motion yet.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
It's not saying clowns anymore.
Yeah? What? Sure, we will. Boyish. Hair's red. Died. She said, until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you.
And then,
Fuck open.
It's not an actual silence.
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me. She's not good. Yeah, she's not, Glenn.
Now I have 1 skill point. Anything I gotta tell you about Guard?
Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes?
Did want to close up with Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno do
Alright, let's do it.
Fuck does Kuno care?
What's going on? Is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language.
Get your you should give
You okay, Kuno?
That went wrong. It took
Kuno does
No shit. Union and cryptozoology business might end when you do. Union and cryptozoology. Guess I'll go and talk to Everard here or something.
Looking for something odd?
right to work.
Hold on, Wandering Man.
Measure head.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really You pick up on something artificial.
The hardy manlet, now leave me be.
Yes, it was probably nothing.
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist, will there always is?
Race is...
I think this racist is better.
That is understandable. The previous race...
These cops are just jealous.
Alright, I'm just trying to stall time while I get that thing going.
The knock produces a U-turn to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm just... Sure, mister. About what? Oh, that...
Told you.
Mr. Dubois, the word in Martinez is a certain police officer is once again happily reunited with his service weapon.
Yeah, I got my gun back.
Congratulations, my friend. I prefer my police officers old-fashioned like that, with a gun. You can do so many things with a gun that you can't do without one. Now, what can I help you with?
Look, my gun.
My. She's quite the looker, Harry. You can't imagine how pleased I am the two of you are reunited.
Fantastic.
Tell me, was it difficult to convince the pigs to give it up?
Not at all. The important thing is I got my gun back. You could say that she tried to kill me.
I told you she was a piece of work, Harry, but I knew you could handle it. I know my special policeman. Anyway, I'm glad you're all right and armed again.
Any more questions about the
I'm
harbor?
always happy to educate and entertain you, my friend. So, what's on your mind?
The signatures I got. I knew you planned to force them out of the construction noise.
Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
Workers' palaces.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
Bigger than this place?
So the village is doomed.
Don't say grimly.
You were there. You saw the place. A wasteland. There's nothing left. But mark my words, officers. We are going to reset it.
Causing some of the coffee to spill.
Reset. I have big plans for Martinez. And they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth center supermarket church complex. Employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
Youth supermarket church complex? You really expect me to believe that? Low-income housing. If even part of this is true, then why not? And life. I knew you were a man of the people, Everard. Low-income housing, that's pretty good.
I accept your salute, Harry. All of it is true. I've got the center, I've got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years I'll get the church too. The wheels are turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
There is true indignation in his voice when he speaks about the state of things, and even a touch of pain.
So is he telling the truth?
The pain is true. He's seen kids do worse than that.
Yeah, like Kuno? Wait. But will you erect a statue to yourself? Jess was right when she said you were up to something. Sounds like you really got this. You can rely on my vote. Yeah, will you erect a statue to yourself?
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, workers on welfare, and landowners in Azon hating me. That will be my statue. And yours. We're doing this together.
You would look nice as a statue.
Sounds like you got this. You can rely on my vote.
Oh, I do, Harry. I really do. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as Joyce Messier with that vote of yours. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago.
I have my gun right
Withholding
here.
this an old woman has it.
This must be the woman who...
Yes, the neighbor...
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. No.
I already have.
She will be...
More fun stuff. Seems like we already...
I already have
Very
my
nice,
gun.
Harry. Is there anything else?
A few more questions regarding
Great.
Joyce.
You want to bounce something off your old friend, Mr. Clare, right? Well, let's hear it, Harry.
Told Joyce that I met you.
It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
He seems happy about the prospect of you telling Joyce about your conversations.
Sounds like you want me to tell her about our conversations.
No, Harry. I'm perfectly neutral and 100% for transparency. I know people say a lot of bad things about the Debardairs Union, but we are actually squeaky clean.
Yes, he really doesn't seem to mind.
No. Lieutenant seems incredulous.
Absolutely, Harry. What's on your mind?
What's in the container?
My dear Harry, I rarely do, Harry. I have people.
Alright, I don't have enough points to actually do anything, so, yeah. Don't even think I can sit on the bench and wait. I'm not sure if I want a rhetoric container open, although it does seem important. Go! What are you doing? There we go. Hello. Still,
The woman still nothing. Her
Pale driver. Oh, does she drive through the pale? Wild Pines.
Still here. Stuck in this. Nope. Some of the other.
Hey, isn't he like smoke?
Okay. But this is my last one. And it's a bad habit. You should quit before both of us have lung cancer.
Are you sure you don't already have lung cancer?
Alright, it's not my quest anyway.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker.
Let's talk a bit more with Messiah. Joyce Messiah. Oh. Sea breeze carries more than salt meat. Not run, not fresh, grilled.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire? Oh.
She does have eyes.
Shoot, Piggy.
Oh, where'd she go? Went to the village on the coast for officers. Are you there? Oh, because I told her about it. And she got nostalgic. Let's see if we can pop over. Okay, I can't pop over from here. It's unclear where you can actually teleport from. No bench. You will remember the rest of this lost of time. Oh, we're not remembering shit then.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized, but a thick that's Kuno. Under the graffiti, you know this to be the star of Periconesus, or the Cairo. The central symbol of the Periconesian church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach. This coin opera, why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in '49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick.
What happened?
They got as far as the street lamps and that statue on the intersection before something went sour. I suspect it was Evrard's Claire's doing. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Can we do something about it?
We should have done something about the Union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Into the coin.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk. The ring of metal.
Pull the handle and look inside.
The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the back. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some. Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
There ruins some kind of building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Did the sharp come from there? Then enter the window upstairs dwelling ranks?
Can you tell? From this distance? I don't think it's possible.
It's not. The details are blurry. There's water vapor in the way and waves cut into the islet.
Does that count? Can't really check the island. I need the boat. Maybe Joyce will let me have a ride on the boat. Let's see. Fisherman's shack. Should be docked right here, yeah. Hey Joyce, you're finally off your boat.
I'll just keep the Cor de Leche in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
She winds the mooring line around a post.
Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Okay.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Whatever.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty.
She says, responds mournfully.
It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
You been spying on us?
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the Cor de Leche red. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
Yeah, I prefer black myself.
What is this? Destruction of property, hooliganism, elder abuse, and who is this scamp anyway?
Who is this scamp? Want me to look into it? Cindy.
No need. Lillian and I are getting on much better. For one, she appreciates the concept of rent.
So how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze toward the village. Slush melting on the cinder blocks. Construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's Pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there? I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
Real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
You're right to be scared. This is all your fault. They're no danger. The working class have no idea what's happening to them. Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks now. Looks. This place is doomed all the way. The working class has no idea what's happening to them.
That they don't.
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
Wind picks up and a raincoat flaps in the gust. This fishing village? This island? This Isola? This fishing village?
No, they're in Celindian, Isola.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Oblivion. That's so me. 45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better though.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Tell me now, we have time. Tell me now, we have time.
Do we?
Doesn't look like he does.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
How'd you hear that?
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit? What we do?
She nods.
Oh?
Ma'am, this whole thing is a takeover.
A takeover?
Yes, it's not a strike. You aren't being let in because there's nothing to negotiate. The Union is taking the terminal. He has told me so in his own words. It's taking it. He also used the drug trade to finance the harbor.
If they're taking it...
She looked toward the colorful mountain of crates, like toy blocks rising above Martinez.
Green livery, changing into red, blot by blot.
Then we're talking about a war. Everett needs to let me into the harbor at once. We need to talk about this.
He's ready for war. They all are. The war is their goal. Told you before, Everett has always wanted this to escalate.
An insane goal. Cronell has 1,000 men on their payroll. The next batch will be a platoon of 20 men and a gunship. The one after that, 100.
I've seen the Union's forces. They are better organized than these mercenaries. They also have the support of the people of Revachol West. It will take more than Cronell to wipe them out. Wild Pines will need to send more and better equipped men. Make no mistake, ma'am. I am sure you have the money. The question is, how many years and how many lives are you willing to sacrifice?
What do you suggest I do?
First, will this affect your decision-making process?
Everything affects the decision-making process, Detective.
Officer?
The look on Lieutenant's face conveys uncertainty. It doesn't even sound angry. It's not the RCM's job to make these decisions. The workers should have the harbor. Cut off the snake's head, Everett's pushing all this. It's a bluff. Call it. Have them open fire and see how long they last. Bring in everything you have and wipe them from the face of the earth. Look at your wrist. It's apocalypse o'clock. Time to commence the gloaming. Wish there was a disco option.
I'm afraid we won't disco our way out of this one.
Maybe so, Detective. But that doesn't mean we are not obliged to try and stop it.
He's right. There will be slow, simmering, hideous civil war. The beginnings of a failed state. No apocalyptic rapture. Just ugliness.
So what are you gonna do?
What will I do?
Her arms fall to her sides. Her spine relaxes.
Did I ever tell you how they discovered this Isola? During our reality lowdown?
No, ma'am. You said you would, one day. You see, I'm uneducated, remember?
Typically arrogant of me. Absent-minded as well. Inter-Islary travel has left holes in my consciousness, I'm afraid.
Do you have the time?
We do for this, Lieutenant Jeffreiter.
His arm rises for a second, as if he's about to put it on your shoulder. He doesn't, but the intention was there.
It may be the only break we've ever caught as a species. The last one for 400 years.
Why?
The nations who colonized this Isola called theirs Muindi, the world. It was all they knew, all they thought would be. That there would be something more was a gamble, akin to another world, or life after death. The Pale was thought to be impregnable, perpetual. Irene la Navigateur, the Queen of Suren, sent 8 expeditions, one after the other, into the mass at the edge of the world. 5 of the crews did not return. 2 did, but had lost their minds.
8. Is that a normal number?
It was anything but normal. There was no precedent. People thought she was punishing the admirals, or had gone mad, or both. Until after years of trial and error, and the development of a strict psychological regime imitating the creation process of poetry, the 8th expedition returned sane and intact. They told of a new continent of matter. They told the Queen and her counselor, Dolores Day, that the Pale had begun to condense, day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute, slowly raining down until it formed a vast ocean.
The air is cold and scented with petrichor. There are rain circles on water all around. Humidity crawls up your back like a piano trill.
Put your hand in the rain.
So does the lieutenant. His mouth is slightly open as he looks to the sky. The droplets feel warm, like spring rain.
This ocean?
The phenomenon has never again been encountered. For a time, the crew thought they were experiencing a hallucination. The mass hand proclaimed, "Lancielinde, Lancielinde," the signal to wake up. But they could not. They were sane and conscious, as islands began to appear on the horizon. There are 78,000 uninhabited islands in the Insulindian archipelago, officer. The freckled face of God. Après la vie, la mort. Après la mort, la vie encore. Après la mort, le gris. Après la gris, le monde encore.
After life, death. After death, life again. After the Isola, the Pale. After the Pale, Isola again.
On the second day, a great skua was shot down above the flagship Lysergique. The bird was preserved and brought back, along with pollen. 4 years later, the Queen's Counselor was proclaimed Her Innocence Dolores Day, the elected world spirit. The age of humanism, internationalism, and parliamentary rule followed. We were high.
Leaving us here. The Great School was the first bird they saw, and this was the break we got. It's raining.
On Caillou, the Pebble, the largest of the fertile, uninhabited islands of the northeast Insulindian archipelago. 4 centuries and 2 revolutions later, the first living, autonomous organism, proof of reality. It's the symbol of Insulinde, Detective. The coat of arms of the suzerain and the wings on the crest of the commune. The nations of Mundi proceeded to discover 5 more Isolae. Or they discovered us. All in the rush of the great inter-Islary reconnection. But these others weren't uninhabited. We had to kill people there. Wipe out indigenous populations. Gunboat economies. Or they came to do the same for us. Or had done to each other. But here... there was no one but the Skua, the Liliat Seya, and the Blood Beach, and the River Esperance. It was the new world. The Mondials used it to amass the greatest concentration of wealth mankind has ever seen. Revachol, the suzerain.
What happened? Well done, suzerain. What happened?
Revolution. Poverty. And the mercurial rise of capitalism.
It's raining.
It is. Soon it will be spring and everything will blossom.
The gangs will run wild, jacking motor carriages, ferrying amphetamines through Coal City. Spring is tough in Revachol.
What will you do?
I will surrender Terminal B to the Union.
Is that within your means?
She puts her hand in the rain. She's silent for a second.
We will see.
Ma'am, this may well unravel property law this side of the river. If that occurs, we may never see the end of this kind of confrontation. The next time there will be 2 strikes, then 4, then 100.
What happens will happen.
Takes the end in her rain-slick hand and starts untying the knot.
The age of capital has only begun. I will talk to my employers in person. We will amputate and cauterize Martinez. If you handle the situation on the ground.
You're going now?
Yes, Mr. Clare has a 2-month head start. I can't let it grow any bigger. And I've exhausted all my options from here.
Rhetoric. Now, well, she generally avoids that term with her employers.
You know what this lady needs? Some political advice. Even though she's a high-powered corporate executive, and you're an amnesiac degenerate, you're pretty sure she needs to hear your opinion on this.
Don't forget to shoot the bourgeoisie in the head. Don't forget to perish the world of degenerates. What further plans do you have for the age of capital, ma'am? He's vague rhetoric obsessed with its own legitimacy, like I do.
In short, Harry, we will revoke the pigment standard. Your money will no longer need to be black like chitin, and there will be so much more of it.
Wow.
I know. Keep the peace, and I will keep my end of the bargain.
How far along is Crenell's investigation?
The confrontation is imminent. They have followed in your footsteps. As your investigation reaches a climax, so does theirs. They are your shadow. Arm yourselves. Armor yourselves. Protect their targets. Violence may be unavoidable, but we can limit the casualties.
When will they make their move? Where?
Soon. I do not know precisely. They have cut off all communication, you see. They know I've been feeding you information. One last thing, Lieutenant Dubois. I've given the matter much thought and come to this conclusion. You're not an amnesiac. You're insane.
Insane?
I know, because I, too, am insane. I just hide my illness better. And I'm rich.
Isn't everybody a little insane? You're over-radiated?
No, Detective. No one's as insane as you.
Don't worry, madame. I am very sane.
You're over-radiated?
I'm overexposed, baby. My travels take me through the Pale dozens of times a year. I've got the longing. And I've got it bad.
She would die to return to it. The Pale, the past, anything one can return to.
How do you keep your shit together?
The same strict psychological regimen the 8th Admiral developed when he crossed the Pale and discovered this Isola, the Volta do Mar. It's used by inter-Eastlery travelers and other troubled souls, even to this day.
You could use a little of it yourself.
Okay, goodbye, Joycel, monsieur. Goodbye, Rejoice Layton. Goodbye, another creature of the Forbidden Swamp.
Watch out for yourselves. They will strike soon.
The lieutenant watches her boat grow smaller on the bay, its white sails fluttering. You wonder what Everard has to say about this. Slowly, the sails turn grey-blue as more oxygen gets between you.
Yes? What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? There's no 3 days during day. There's a strong prejudice against involving the art. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's good.
No response. He just...
Have you tried
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Try work. The case at hand, not a fan.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command.
Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted? What about me? That's because I'm half Seolite. I don't speak a word, no.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you. It's like you're locked down.
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall. Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it. If the lieutenant were an evil man, who knows what sort of havoc he could. Fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM. He'll only use his powers for the good. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Now I have a point. What do I do with the point? Well, I'm waiting for this fucking thing. 97%. 33 minutes. Wasteland of reality.
The sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it.
Why not?
The wind is...
Alcohol, man. That's
What?
Drunk date. Tapping your throat. Pointy is booze. The rest will follow.
Funny. Funny sailor jokes. Sorry if I'm not laughing out loud, but the comedy...
Great. Now you're... It's okay. She just hasn't figured out how...
Let's see what Everett has to say.
ship has sailed. Did you see it? I know you did. Tell me, what did it look like as it grew smaller and smaller when that mainsail dropped behind the horizon?
There's a mean little light in its eyes.
Did it look like a germ? Did it look like a piece of bacteria?
You get a sinking feeling.
Yes, it sort of did look like that. Bacteria growing smaller and smaller. Now it looked like a boat sailing away from the coast. No need to be overly dramatic. I understand. What do you mean?
Don't worry, Harry. He does. At least I think he does.
You wanted us to relay all this information to her.
That this is a takeover? That I want a war? God, I hope you also told her about the drug trade. They absolutely hate getting their hands dirty with that. You can kill 1 million people, but if you do something the police doesn't like, well, then you're out of the yacht club. Goodbye, you inhuman fuck.
Now I know why you've been so forthcoming.
No, Harry. What we have is real. We're working men. This here is real.
So this was your plan all along, for me to relay this information to her?
Harry, I can't see into the future. We are all playing by ear on this planet. I had no idea she'd react so strongly.
But you did want me to relay info to her.
I did. I knew the negotiations would go better with police officers telling her horror stories from inside the harbour. It's scarier this way. Turns out it was a magnificent strategy. I never thought it'd so fundamentally fuck her up.
How do you know she left?
Harry, I bunked her cabin. I bunked her whole boat. I had cameras surveying her boat. Hell, I even wanted to bug that thermal cap, but my boys advised against it.
They must have done it while Joyce was busy questioning the locals.
So you've been listening to our conversations all the time?
Not me personally. I had guys recording and processing this information for me.
The Hardy Boys?
Hell no! They'd fuck it up. They can't do anything right. I mean my real boys. My special task force boys.
Where are these boys?
They sure as hell aren't hanging out in the open with beers in their hands for the cops to question. They're pros, Mr. Kitsuragi.
You used me. Smart how you got me to do all that stuff. Thanks for letting me play a part. Alright. Smart how you got me to do all that stuff.
Harry, you made a conscious decision to relay that information to her. You could have kept it for yourself.
Used my intellectual curiosity against me. But she told me a beautiful story about the discovery of the Insulinda. But she said she's insane like me.
Against you? Oh, Harry, I'd like to think I used it for you. Of course she did. Rich people have the best stories about all the interesting things they've done and seen, all the beautiful places they've been to. It's just sentimentalism. She can afford to be sentimental, and she can afford to lose as well. She's not insane. What did she tell you?
His expression betrays extreme skepticism. She told me she's over-radiated from pale transit. She has this sentimentality and longing about her.
Heh! She's a sentimental alcoholic. They all are, Harry. Never take a drop and you'll be 8 laps ahead of the upper-class winos, just like old Mr. Clare here. Try it. You'll be a real super detective.
Oh, fuck off. I don't drink more than everyone else. It's actually good advice, I might. I've actually walked the path of sobriety for a while now.
I can see that, Harry. Alcohol has left its marks, but you're doing better than when I first saw you. Rich man is shitting himself. The working class sober.
So what's going to happen now?
What was always going to happen? We take the harbour and she fucks off to Ozon, uncorks a bottle of wine, calls her partners, and says they need to distance themselves from this nasty business before the big shit spinner splashes everyone. Only difference is the Union doesn't have to lose 2,000 men to machine gun fire.
You could have just told me, I would have been on board. Damn it, I was hoping I'd somehow get to fuck you over in the end. Not the other way around. I swore fealty to her. She was my beautiful lady. I have a bad taste in my mouth. You better make sure this ends up saving lives. Look, just want to do police work. Yeah, I swore fealty to her.
Fealty swilty, Harry. You knew something. Something big. And you wanted to see what happens when you tell someone. So you told her. Anyone who's ever been close to power will tell you. Inside information is the sweetest thing in the world. It's better than money. It's better than pussy. Money only makes you special for some salesmen. Pussy only makes you special for yourself. Information makes you special for all mankind. It's the ticket to history.
My thoughts exactly. No. It doesn't make sense when you word it like that. No.
Don't beat yourself up, Harry. What you did was participate in history. When history calls, you have to pick up. You had no choice. None of us ever do. A hard disco cop like you, I knew you weren't one to resist temptation.
You know what, Detective? I am going to leave this out of my report, and I suggest you leave it out of yours too.
Just look at the three of us. The three careless boyaderos. Good times, good times.
Okay, so what now? So what the fuck now? Spread your arms.
Now we let bygones be bygones because there's work to do. For me and for you. I suppose there was a reason you came here, so let's have it. What can I help my best friend and comrade with today?
I'll talk again later. Alright, how much longer? 98%. 20 minutes. So we gotta linger for 20 minutes more. You can read a book or something. Oh yeah, the board game. I could just buy the board game. See that.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your jacket
Don't have a shirt.
heavy.
I have an
The
armor.
cold finds its way under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you.
Wonder if I can play the whole game naked.
You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak.
Where's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there?
Will I?
No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinaise every day.
What is down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs, cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction, a defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
Run your fingers through the dampened air. Hair.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
Where's in the east?
There's a fleet on the corner. A plastic coat is folded into a small triangle under the counter by the window. Beyond that, the strikebreakers have gathered. The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Clench your teeth and stop shuddering.
Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
And beyond that?
La Drusienne, King Dri's passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary.
Where's across the distributary?
Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain.
What's beyond the Couronne?
A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide.
It's in the north.
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play.
Closer to here.
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. The lingering odor of decomposition mixes with that of damp soil.
In the south.
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
It's on the other side.
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops
Jamrock.
above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
What is Jamrock?
Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes. It's home.
Where the hood at?
I've a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
What? Why am I not there?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution failed.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
So let's look at south. Shadow and look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's up?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
Ah, airships. Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. I'd recommend you put on your coat.
I have a coat on. Wait, the rain just stopped. 99%. Come on, 7 minutes. Right, let's buy that damn thing.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all
Suzerainty.
ages.
Wonderful choice, sir. A wholesome family game.
Now, I'll also buy the reroll game.
If you say so, but you better stay away from those immoral occult rituals.
Alright. So, board game Suzerainty. A civilization building board game where you get to choose a nation and set off to colonize and exploit other cultures. Star-shaped note on the box proclaims the game now includes a completely new genocide option.
In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic. The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work. The exact location and time period are left deliberately vague. but it's clearly meant to represent the economic relationship between the Revacholian suzerainty and its many vassals.
Shake the box.
The box has a nice heft to it. You hear the rattle of individual wooden tokens and feel their weight shifting back and forth. What treasures wait in store for you? Even before you open it, you can tell that this will be a meaty game of grand strategy and complex player interactions.
Remove the plastic wrap.
The plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance.
Open the box.
There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components. Savor that new board game smell. A mix of wood, paper, and ink, all wrapped in the sweet must of cardboard.
Examine the components.
You open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be punched out before you can play.
Check out the wooden tokens.
In addition to the worker and building tokens used by each player, there are also several piles of colorful resource tokens, each representing one of the game's 4 principal resources. From the Empire of Safre, orange apricot tokens. From Ilmarat, the ancestral name of Ilmara, gray marble block tokens. From the Seminine Islands, white sacks of sugar tokens. And from Supramuindi and Sarah Maritza, magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves.
Oh, those are nice.
Needs a sugar token and buys it. Punch out the cardboard piece one by one.
Each cardboard token makes a satisfying as you pop it out. Soon, a neat pile of cardboard coins and counters has accumulated before you.
What? You're not going to offer to let me punch any of them out?
You hold the open game box before you.
Read the rulebook.
Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel.
This history seems problematic, but it is important to teach children basic economic concepts.
The colorful illustrations depict cheerful workers picking apricots, hauling marble sculptures out of crumbling temples, and harvesting a strange magenta-leafed plant. Everyone is smiling. The instructions are opaque at first, and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout. You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points.
Victory points. You accumulate victory points.
That's where the suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource. Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers. They may then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol. As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for Beginners.
Read the advice.
Remember, there are many paths to victory in suzerainty, but successful players will find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly.
As the winner determined.
The actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendices required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now.
Let's deal with this first.
Wasteland of reality. Congrats, you're sober. It will take a while for your body to remember how to metabolize anything that isn't sugar from alcohol. So you're going to be pretty ravenous soon. Eat plenty. You can expect your coordination and balance to improve in a couple of weeks.
It sounds shit.
In 2 months, you might start sleeping like a normal person. Full recovery will take years though. It'll be depressing, and it'll be boring. Don't expect any further rewards or hand claps. This is how normal people are all the time.
Look at all those minuses. Fuck you. What a waste of time that was. Date of birth generator. Insulindian miracle. Sounds great. Before I advance, still want to give another shot to Kuno. So let's do it. Empathy. Kuno, my dude.
Fuck does Kuno care?
72%.
You were too pushy last time. Think this through.
Yeah.
Try to really understand the psychological bond Kuno has with Kuno S.
Okay, so what's the deal with Kuno S?
Just look. While Kuno has no problem being near you, she always hides behind the fence, afraid for her life. Like she's done something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of scream.
Yeah.
Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking. All in all, Kuno respects madness.
Try to separate them.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you, whispering. If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
What's up with her? She's terrifying. Crazy scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane, dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in, probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her so she can't read his lips. Fuck. She can read lips. You should cup your mouth.
What do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours. He's meant everything he said before, but right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
Really? Isn't she too small to overpower someone?
Are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you think it is to kill a fat ass? Sweet talk him, then knife him. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Well, she hasn't killed police officers. Okay, how many cops has she killed then?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
A cop would be too large for her to overpower, but a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other children.
Oh boy.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
Kuno? Do you think it's possible that she's killed other children?
Kuno falls silent. He does not look at you when he replies.
Kuno, that's it. That's what Kuno is starting to think, yeah?
Don't move your head. Just from the corner of your eye, look at her.
Look at her.
Though her friend spoke too low for her to hear, Kuno S is not smiling anymore.
Think she has anything to do with the dead man?
Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno. Told you this already.
Where were you?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
You said she's insane?
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's the real deal? Let's do a bit of that.
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
What's that language she uses? Nakani Fugari.
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
What people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Sounds boreal, like something from the tundra and tiger-covered Cutler, Isola. Far, far away from here. As far as possible, really.
Did they have red-haired people there?
You mean evil little red-haired people like her? Yes, they do. The Suruis have that ginger gene.
Kuno? Could she be Suruis?
Suruis? Like that man from Helmdall shit? She could be. She could be that Helmdall shit.
Revelshot does have a small Suruis community. Or she climbed into a yakberry crate and was shipped over accidentally.
Is she your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a mad dog or some shit.
Stray?
Yeah, she was just there.
Apartment behind the fence.
What was that, Kuno?
The little one twists her neck, looking at the building.
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
That hallway there with the janitor's closet? Wait.
Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style.
Why was she dripping wet?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
You know this. The body goes into a kind of revulsion shock. Murder hangover. That's what it could have been.
I don't want to know this. Murder hangover from when she...
Killed a kid. Yes. Makes them look for a quiet, dark place and just hibernate there. Usually goes on for a few days, up to a week. Must have been her first one. You only get it on the first one.
You said she got in how?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home. She's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about your parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there. Or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
How are you dealing with all of this?
How's Kuno dealing with this? Kuno's dealing with it just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with this, waving your gun, mad dog shit. Kuno remembers what you did there. Kuno's got this shit under control.
She needs professional help. You can't do this alone. You need backup. I'm here for you. Okay, kid.
Listen. See, it's Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You wave your gun around her one more time. Try to take it away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
Black people is trying to focus. Understood, Kuno. I can respect that. You're kidding, kid. You can't take down a man several times your size. You'll end up dead yourself. I can respect that.
All right. Now we can do business.
He's breathing heavily. That took something out of him.
Business?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
He starts no longer whispering.
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. That's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now.
Okay.
Get ready to be rewarded.
He concludes, spreading his hands like a baker presenting a selection of freshly baked pastries. What's that about running you an errand and illegal narcotics, Kuno?
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's gotta throw his dirty popo man at it.
Okay, it's very interesting, but I'll have to get back to you. Okay.
Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
Alright, who's your dad? Kuno.
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Alright, who? How much material we're talking about?
Like half.
Half of what?
A baggie, but like in this vial.
Well, that's not very much material at all.
Fuck you talking about half a G? This shit is giant, grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it.
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
Made up my mind, Kuno. And this is what's gonna happen.
Okay, Kuno's listening.
I'm going in there all guns blazing to get that speed because I need it. Going there, but not for the speed. Going after the most violent man in Revachol. Going there for justice. I'm a narc, Kuno. I'm gonna confiscate that crap. Going there for justice. I'm a narc, Kuno. I'm gonna confiscate that crap. Like, you need speed. Most violent man in Revachol.
Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out. Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything.
Points at his eyes.
Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
What the hell are you signing us up for here?
I'm gonna kill Kuno's dad. I'm a bad addict cop, and I'm gonna get my fix. Well, him. Obviously, I'm not gonna take it. I need to get drugs away from a minor.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking...
Alright, we did end up getting a quest, so that's pretty nice. Now, before we end off everything... Actually, should I save this for next time? Yes, I should. I have went over about 30 minutes. Here it is. But I'll go in there next time. Alright. Let's save the game. And that's it. Catch you guys next time. Peach.